Quick Diz News is part of the Quick Diz Takes family of podcasts.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Hello, I'm Michael Eisner.
Oh boy! What's up, guys, and welcome to the Quick Diz News, episode number 13. I am your host, Tim LeBeau, alongside Mr. John Castano.
Hello.
Mrs. Sarah Castano.
Hey, howdy, hey.
I almost just called you Mrs. John Castano. My bad.
Oops.
Please like, share, subscribe as per usual, and check out the website, www.quickdiztakes.com. We have a lot going on tonight, again this week. So we are going to get right into the first segment. Now, about the first segment, we call them quick mentions, but why do we not call them quick Diz mentions? I don't know, but from now on, we were going to call them quick Diz mentions. So a little QDM to start the night, Sarah, if you will.
Absolutely. Because it was such a hit with Tim and I last week when we did the news, we're starting off with speculation. So the big speculation item this week on our quick Diz mentions.
Don't be engaging in speculation, Sarah. There it is, Johnny Hamilton in your face.
P.S. On the ride home, I made him listen to that song and he didn't pick up on it. Anyway, Fantasmic may be returning to the parks very soon. Nothing has been released. However, here's the speculation. Because of the reopening plan that was put in place with the COVID restrictions, no nighttime spectaculars, nothing that would draw a crowd. So the lagoon surrounding the performance area and the Fantasmic area had been drained since Hollywood Studios wasn't putting on any performances. So according to a permit that was filed on behalf of Disney properties, Disney is now preparing to work on the performance island itself. So because it's a permit and not a press release, we don't have a ton of details, anything aside from what's listed on the permit, which is providing labor, materials, and or electrical for construction. So it's purely speculation right now. It could be an upgrade, it could be routine maintenance, it could be changing the show, we're not sure, nothing's being released. So either way, logical thought and reason would tell us that they're working on it because it will open sometime soon. So I'm excited. Also speculation and is set for updates due to pulling a permit for it would be Magic Kingdom's Little Mermaid, Be Our Guest, and Gaston's Tavern. Again, speculation is that they're going to get some kind of decorative front for the 50th makeover and work to be done on Pete's Silly Sideshow tent. So I don't know if there's some patchwork that needs to be done, if they're replacing it. We'll see. But again, permits were pulled for those locations as well as the Fantasmic Performance Island.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's our speculation. Moving on with our quick Diz mentions. This past weekend, portions of Disney's Animal Kingdom were shut down due to power failures. So according to the My Disney Experience app, most of the attractions on the east side of the park were temporarily unavailable. So Dinosaur, Expedition Everest, Cali River Rapids, and It's Tough to Be a Bug. Once power was restored, all the attractions were once again operational later on that same day. The best part about this post on social media was the comment section. And I have to tell you, I live for the comment section for people who have the same brain waves as I do, because the two thoughts that ran in my head were, isn't that what happened at Jurassic Park? And the fact that Animal Kingdom is the only park that has doors on their restrooms. In case animals escape, guests are able to put themselves in a restroom and close the door. So those are my two thoughts. And sure enough, the Jurassic Park comments were there. And then the, hey, did you know about the bathrooms? That was there too. So I was so happy that people were like in my brain and posting on Facebook.
Imagine if it ever got to that where you had to run to the bathroom because the animals were just going wild and you were just like...
I mean, I would never wish that on anyone, especially myself, because even though I know that that feature exists and for that purpose, I don't know that I would have the brain capacity and panic to do such a thing. I'm just being realistic. And I would never want that to happen to anyone. But I was wondering, like, ooh, could this be the one time that this needs to happen? So anyway.
It's a funny thought.
Power's back up. nothing was mentioned, and I'm sure with generators in Disney, the priority is on the animals anyway. So those rides were down, but they were back up later that day. Additionally, in our quick Dis mentions, a new Cars series is set to release on Disney Plus, which will include characters from the Planes universe. So my kids are super happy about that. Epcot's Moroccan Pavilion was blocked off on Sunday to many guests' dismay. No word from Disney on why. Again, the comment section, I know I sent you a couple screenshots, but this is where speculation now comes back in. This is like the second song with the speculation. So one social media user claims, again, speculation, that the Kingdom of Morocco defaulted on their agreement with Disney during the COVID and are removing all their vendors. And that their best guess is that Disney was redoing it. So now there's nothing you can really check because unless people post pictures and put things on social media, Disney has not released anything. You can't check for like ride closures on the app because it's a pavilion and it's Morocco. So there's no ride, there's no shows, there's no meet and greets because Jasmine's up with COVID. So it's all speculation. No one has posted since Sunday about it being blocked off. So maybe it's tile work on the plaza. I don't know. But that was our speculation in Epcot.
I think they already had said that Disney was just taking back over Morocco. So because none of the stores have been open anyway. So I don't know.
Seems like they're trying to weed out sponsors.
Yeah, I think they just want total control over.
And I wonder if they're going to weed. It'd be kind of weird to think they're going to weed out the governments that sponsor the pavilions, but
and
who knows? I mean, they print money, so
you'd think they'd keep them because they're like the ones that actually sent representatives to do all the work, and like they were the ones that seemed like the most involved of all. But
if I'm not mistaken, didn't they pay for their thing in full? Didn't they pay their like?
I don't know.
I'll have to go back and find that out.
Maybe they were paying the. I guess not. For like
not Disney's fee, but
compared to like a mortgage type thing, they were just paying the yearly thing and they decided not to do that anymore. I don't know.
I don't think it's like a lease where after so many.
Yeah, but I just don't know the other word for that's the only thing I could think of comparing it to.
The Moroccan Pavilion needs a little bit more anyway. It's not very like. This is not against the country or anything, of course, but it seems to be not that popular. Like once they've removed a certain thing that people enjoyed.
Yeah.
And someone actually left a comment about that. I saw on one of the stories, maybe Sarah had sent me. And it's true, if you threw an Aladdin ride in there or something, or I don't know.
I mean, if you take the time to actually like walk back there and look at everything, I mean, it's really something to see. Yeah. But
the artistry is beautiful.
But nobody does that. It's just no ride here. Yeah, let's keep on passing. They're not eating there. They just pass. And
I'm guilty of that to some degree with other pavilions as well. Yeah. But when you do take the time, you were right. On any of them, there's always a little bit and they're done well.
And if you like taking pictures too, I mean, there's usually always a photographer back there. And that guy, I mean, if you're into like the whatever Instagram type thing, putting stuff online, like it's good spots to take pictures.
I heard there was some great photo ops there.
Mm-hmm.
There's good architecture, the tile work. I mean, it's beautiful. So
yeah, the way the doors look is nice now.
Yeah, they frame the doors out very uniquely to their architecture and
Yep.
Anyway.
Fresh. All right, back to quick mentions. So the Skyliner gondolas reportedly have crashed again. So quick story, some people took 45 minutes for help to arrive. However, the people who were posting about being stuck on the Skyliner then followed up after they had exited the Skyliner and were indicating that they had received ice cold water, a $25 gift card, a free umbrella after they had forgotten theirs on the Skyliner that they had to abandon, and had gotten passes to enjoy Epcot for the evening.
Wait, how much time do they lose?
45 minutes. So this girl, Arundel Kell, so clearly a Disney fan, currently 10 minutes away from having a panic attack on the Disney World Skyliner. I've been stuck up here for 30 minutes already. Technicians are looking into the issue. hurry up. She goes, I'm listening to Anna's The Next Right Thing to calm myself down. So she had like a quick clip of her trying to like just sing along.
That's why I don't like the Skyliner, because no, thank you. I don't want to be stuck anywhere like that.
I feel like you feel like they would have had a better fail-safe than what they have after you hear these stories.
And especially this is the third one already. It's
oh, it's never going to stop. And then
Well,
it's just a matter of when is it going to be when Johnny's on there. Or I'm on there. Any of us are on there. Carrie will lose her. It stopped for like 30 seconds and Carrie was losing her mind.
Yeah.
It was slowing down. So someone, a few gondolas ahead of us, we had seen them pause it to put the wheelchair. So when they load you, they just move it to the side and the flow of gondolas goes, and then they slow it down and then re-enter into the list. It's not like everybody has to stop while you load and unload. And so it was slowing down as we were coming into the next station. And Johnny was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like it. I was like, relax. Remember what they had to do. And it like started to pick back up again. It was panic, pure panic on his behalf.
You think they'd have like some kind of device where it could just like, it'd be like a wire and it could just go to the ground and let you out if it was no longer working. Like the first time it happened, it was like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's crazy to ask anybody.
People over the water and the
be that patient.
No.
You know what can happen in 3 to 4 hours? Depending on who's in the cab. An old person might need pills. Someone might have the irritable bowel syndrome. I mean, it could be 1,000 different. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I saved the happy for last because I knew this would bring out Grumpy Pants Tim and Scaredy Johnny. Disneyland Paris is set to reopen just 1 week from tonight, our recording night. So on Thursday, June 17th, Disneyland Paris will reopen to guests. They submitted a quick video on social media with about 7 of the cast members welcoming guests back into the park 1 week from today. So it's
a That's exciting.
No, is this the second or third reopening?
Yeah, at least the second.
Hopefully,
That's what I'm talking about.
It's the last reopening.
Yes.
No more closing.
You say that, and you should be correct, but you never know. You never ever know.
Just gonna say that.
Anyway, congrats to Paris.
So some updates now that we're out of the quick mentions. So guests are once again being told. Oh my God, are you okay?
Quick Diz updates. Everything has to be branded with Quick Diz updates. It's like when you go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
not
God.
just nuggets. It's Mick Nuggets.
Yes.
Mick
Excuse me?
Flurry.
Exactly.
Is that what happens when Olaf goes to McDonald's? He gets a McFlurry from them.
Yes.
Got it.
If McDonald's exists in the imaginary world of Arendelle, then there is definitely a McFlurry hovering over.
Olaf.
Well, if McDonald's were to sponsor Frozen, that would be McFlurry.
I'm wondering what they would stir in it. Would it be Butterfingers, or M&M? What would they mix into it?
Maybe white chocolate to continue the theming,
Sticks.
or candy corn for the nose,
Or like little carrot sprinkles for the nose.
a little carrot sprinkles for the nose.
McDonald's, if this happens, we are
You-
responsible.
you
At
owe
Quick
us.
Diz Takes Tim, at Quick Diz Cook. And Johnny
Okay.
doesn't use social media.
Quick Diz royalties. Send them over here. Anyway,
All right. So we're going to start this one over again. Guests are once again being told to fill in the available spaces. So in the queue for Tomorrowland Transit Authority, People Mover, of all places, the People Mover. So during a live broadcast in the parks earlier this week, guests heard a cast member say the familiar phrase, and I quote from the video, "Hey guys, can we just please come on in and fill up some of the space? I know it's weird, but the ramp will get backed up." So Disney website states the following. Again, we've talked about the social distancing measures being relaxed in the parks. Temporary adjustments are still in place to promote physical distancing measures for guests across many areas with a gradual, phased approach. 6 feet distancing measures will continue in all dining locations, merchandise stores, and areas where guests can temporarily remove their masks. We talked about them spacing their outdoor dinings closer, removing those reserved table signs. We've talked about them peeling up the 6 feet markers, relaxing the masks in open area spaces. And also, we had our first rope drop since the reopening of COVID at Epcot. So people were posting pictures of rope drop for Epcot the other day. Most of the line was headed towards, if you come in the main entrance towards the left, there were fewer people going towards the right. But rope drop is back. Hadn't really been a thing because of the lower park capacity numbers, but we're getting there, people. Baby steps.
Well, it was
That's
nice.
exciting.
It was nice without rope drop though, because you could get in. I mean, some days you get in 40 minutes early, some days you get in a half hour early, but so there's a little more time thing now with rope drop.
Well, rope drop was intense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've seen the episode of Roseanne when they rope dropped. I don't know if you saw it or not. That was intense rope dropping.
Of course, I did it. You're questioning if I saw Roseanne.
Dan's running like a madman, and it was basically every man for themselves, which makes sense. I mean, you know, I don't know, but it is funny that the people mover of all things are.
I know. But it made me happy because people love the people mover.
Well, the fact that it's even moving is mind blowing.
Tomorrowland Transit Authority
Is mind blowing in itself. I got a sound bite for everything.
We need Haunted Mansion. We need to get that stretching room back. That's what I'd like back. So everybody can move.
Yeah, we got to get it back before they take away the guy hanging, because that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna miss that. Not that I like the idea of someone hanging. It's just it's appropriate for the attraction.
It fits the theming. We're not.
I'd say. Anyway.
All right. Next up, safety netting has been installed on Tron's Light Cycle coaster as construction continues. I overheard somebody talking about this, and I wish I remembered where, but they said the same thought that I have said to you on many occasions. This is the longest construction project ever. This is like the group project that a teacher assigns, and because no one does it, she extends the deadline and extends the deadline and extends the deadline just in the hopes that someone will do it. It's like the project that will never end.
It's only long because you can see it. That's why. I'm pretty sure the Guardians has been in construction longer, but you can't see it. So.
Well, I don't know.
No, thought that building started going up before Tron went up.
You know, you may be right. I'm not arguing. I'm just saying I don't know. That's a good point.
I think it's just because you can see the progress of it. So just most stuff you can't. They hide everything, but this one's out in the open, so they couldn't hide it. Just like I think it'll be the same thing for Disneyland because they're building a brand new building for Runaway Railway, and they can't hide it. So that's going to seem probably like it's going to take forever too, even though.
Well, they've constructed a giant wall in front of it with like a cheesy. I think I brought up
It's not a giant. No,
cheesy sign on it.
It wasn't. That was the cheesy because it wasn't a giant wall. It was a small billboard.
Yeah, there's no big building here. There's nothing.
Yeah, but I mean.
Anyway.
Your goal is just to get us to laugh.
Oh, I got it going. All
right.
Man. That was a quick Diz soundbite.
A quick Diz clip.
Quick Diz clip, quick Diz soundbite. We got quick Diz stickers. You name it, we got quick Diz everything. Anyway.
So while the blue mesh type netting is not believed to be the final safety netting for the ride itself, it is believed to be the netting used as fall protection for the translucent panels that will light the canopy up at night. It kind of gives it that glow to it. Hopefully it will prevent any panels from falling should that happen, but it's not believed to be the safety netting for the ride. It's just for the panels themselves. Beginning this past Tuesday and for a limited time, as a way to celebrate and promote World Oceans Day, Mickey himself will be making appearances scuba diving in the seas at Epcot. So because of COVID and all of the reopening measures that they've taken, Mickey behind a panel of glass scuba diving is literally the closest that guests have been to Disney, have been with Mickey since Disney has reopened. So in almost a year, that is the closest guests will get to Mickey Mouse, him scuba diving in the seas at Epcot. Air hugs, he waves.
Which is looking at it is very, I didn't think that would be possible to have Mickey scuba dive. It was kind of, I don't know, it was kind of cool to have a character scuba diving.
This guy's mind's blown by this.
It was something I never even thought they would do.
I feel like he's done it before, though. I feel like
Well, it was new to me, so I never saw it before, so I don't know.
Like, Mickey, you want to scuba dive? Oh boy, he's ready to go. Anyway, it is crazy that they can throw him in that little silly little suit. Well, maybe it's not a suit. Johnny, you ever think about that?
Maybe it's really Mickey.
Oh,
What do you mean
Mickey
a
is
suit? It's
real,
Mickey.
and all he wears is a scuba suit.
Yeah. So there you go.
Him.
Okay.
Does he
Go
wear
ahead.
shorts? How does he dress? Someone give me a picture of how he dresses.
Oh, I had the pictures. I can send it to you.
Okay. I'll look it up. But anyway,
All right, and last up on our quick Diz uptakes.
wait, excuse me? Quick Diz update, not uptakes.
I don't even know. Now I'm crazy. All right, quick
Oh boy.
Diz updates.
No, he's wearing a full wetsuit.
The more the show goes on week to week, the more it just comes off the rails. I think in a good way. But anyway,
The school year's ending. I don't have much left.
I think it's a good thing. But
All right, so our last update. We're moving on. Last one. Ohana and Sebastian's Bistro now have reopening dates. So, friends, the popular resort property dining locations will reopen to the public in just a couple of weeks. Officials have reported that Sebastian's Bistro, which is located at Caribbean Beach Resort, will open to guests on June 24th, while Ohana, which is very popular at the Polynesian, will reopen on July 9th. Also recently reopened, but I couldn't find any mention of it anywhere else other than this same article that talked about these reopening dates, was the new Boardwalk ice cream shop at the Boardwalk Resort.
ooh,
Everybody loves some
I
ice.
enjoyed. I like that.
So I'm sad that it didn't get its own fanfare. So, but it also recently reopened as well.
One last quick update from me. It's just come to my attention that every time I fill a bank, they call them. I filled one bank, and then all of a sudden I had two. And then they gave me, when I filled two, it gave me three. Now I'm filling four. It's giving me five. I think I'm gonna have like an unlimited, like soundboard wise. I'm just gonna have these sound effects going on forever. So get used to them, guys. I gotta get some good ones in there. Sarah sends me these articles, and I look at them and I like try in my mind to like pre-pick sound bites I want to go with them. But anyway,
All right. And our big news for this week, which is big for me, it may not be big for everyone, is Space 220 officially opening this fall. We don't have a date, but we have a season. So
that's good. Yep.
this will add to the 50th anniversary chaos, but I'm just saying. So according to Scott Guston's Twitter account, the Patina Restaurant Group, who's in charge of Space 220, reports that Space 220 will open this fall. They are currently in the process of hiring team members, as several job listings were posted earlier this week, including a cook, or cooks, I should say, bartenders, hosts, and more. Walt Disney World website describes Space 220 as a, quote, culinary exploration from the new expansion of the Mission Space Pavilion. The celestial panorama of a space station, end quote, provides a delicious meal and amazing daytime and nighttime views of Earth from 220 miles up, hence the name Space 220. There will be a special space elevator that ascends to the restaurant from the park, dotted with viewports which will give aerial views of Epcot as you travel above the planet. And the restaurant will serve modern American fare and boasts more than 1,000 bottles of the world's finest wines and a wide selection of craft beer.
And I highly recommend eating and drinking all those before riding Mission Space. You will have a great time.
Mhm.
So now I'm curious if this will now be factored in to the Drink Around the World, because if you consider it Drink Around the World, meaning Disney
Oh, boy.
World, or World Showcase, and it's not in the World Showcase, I get it, but it's part of, yes. Can
It's
we?
a point. It's a point well taken. But you know what aggravates me is why. So what is Mission Space going to be around for a long time? Is that what's happening here?
We talked about this the other time. If Disney wanted Mission Space gone, it would already be gone. There are so many other things that it could have replaced Mission Space with already,
Anything, please.
but it hasn't. So there's merit there.
Bring Horizons back. Like a new
Body
version of
Force.
Horizons.
Hey,
Whatever. Anything
that
with
part of the park just doesn't exist to me. I don't even
anything
go
with
over
that
there.
cute
It's just,
machine.
I don't think I've ever been in that part of the space with that part of
I
the park
don't
with you at all.
ever walk over there.
You don't do test track?
We do.
Yeah, but I'm saying I don't go where Mission Space is. I just don't go to that like down there. I don't think I've ever even seen.
Well,
the
I mean,
front of the
test
building.
track's on the side of it.
Well, I'm talking about. I go to test
Oh.
track.
Okay, I got you.
Just talking about that specific.
I'm just trying to, I got you.
I don't go there.
I don't blame
He's
you.
afraid the children will want to go on it.
Oh,
They can go
God.
on all they want.
I'm not going on it.
I don't go on Ferris wheels. They go on those things too. I can do whatever they want.
Because I'm the cool parent.
You can be,
I can deal with the Ferris wheel a little
you
bit,
can
even though I
be
hate it.
cool
But
all you want. I
not
don't
Mission
go on a Ferris
Space.
wheel.
Not Mission Space.
I don't go on teacups, Ferris wheels.
Mission Space is horrible. Anyway,
Lansy and I like it.
You can go
yeah, you know what?
all you.
Lansy doesn't like the tiki room, and I love that. So I guess
I like the tiki room.
we're both on opposite ends of the spectrum. Those two.
We can
And
make
those
a
two are
Venn
still
diagram with the three of our likes, make a Mickey Mouse head.
You could. Maybe one day we will. Anyway, do we have any more news?
That was our big one. We had lots of little things, and then the Space 220 was the most exciting thing that happened this week.
Okay, well, here's the most exciting thing that's happened this week as far as I'm concerned. Are we ready? Mickey, are you ready? No, Mickey's not ready yet.
Glad I'm sitting down.
Anyway, so I am pleased to announce that we will be starting and be part of a new podcasting network, cleverly named Pod Disney Network. Johnny
I try.
was responsible for that name. It's a very clever name, so let's give Johnny a round of applause for that. We launched the Facebook group, so if you want to search it, it is Pod Disney Network, and we are not quite there yet as far as who will be partaking, but as the weeks go on, we will make those announcements. We have much interest, so there will be several of the podcasts on board, and will be a better place to interact, a lot easier for people to interact, because as I assume most people are generally more active on Facebook than a lot of platforms, I think. And yeah, so we'll be on there, and it'll bring a lot of traffic from all different kind of podcasts. I have a lot of different people interested in a lot of different types of Disney podcasts that you wouldn't even think of. I'm not going to say any of that yet because I don't know who's official yet, but once we get those in, we will kind of go over them. And yeah, so I'm excited for that, and I think we all are, and we'll see where that goes, and definitely check that out. That is Pod Disney Network. I gotta get used to not saying quick pod. No, just kidding. Pod Disney Network, and yeah, there'll definitely be a lot of podcasts involved. Hopefully, the sky's the limit. We'll see. So check that out when you get a chance. Other than that, we've got to go because we have got to record another podcast. So I am going to end this show now, and we will talk some news next week. Thanks, everyone.